Hey YouTube, want to do a video talking about a very interesting article that I read in the BBC, and it was about in Bolivia. They studied some indigenous people that were living there, and they realized that they had the healthiest hearts in the world. That they've ever studied, even more healthy than the Japanese. And they basically put it down to their diet. They mainly eat carbohydrates, a little bit of protein, very little fat, and they exercise a lot. They basically exercise all day. They're walking, hunting, farming, and they have very little access to medicine, to modern medicine. And they said one of the reasons as well that they thought they might have really healthy hearts is because they have worms, and something about like the worms stimulate their immune system or something like that. And it's just kind of interesting how, we spent all this time and money researching medicine and modern lifestyles, and it just seems like instead of going forward, we've gone back in so many ways. And they said they're much happier. They live in, their little communities, and they have a very positive outlook. They help each other out, and it just juxtaposing that to, living in Mexico City, and it just seems like it's just so isolating. There's so many neurotic, unhealthy people. Everybody's, at least, you go out in the street and everybody looks unhappy. They look unhealthy. They look like twisted, bitter and twisted. It just seems like the more technology and cities and everything like that is just such an unnatural way to live. And then on top of that, modern medicine, I was reading this book. I'm not saying I agree with it all, but I think there's some truth to it. They're saying the germ theory of medicine is just like a flawed concept. They say, you get a minor ailment. The doctor gives you antibiotics, or you get a flu or something like that. They give you something to bring down the flu. They say that in this book, basically that was your body's way of trying to get rid of the toxins from your unhealthy lifestyle. But instead of allowing your body to go through that process, the doctor actually, stops that process, and then it gets worse. Next, something, worse happens to you next. You come out with a huge rash. Something happens to your organ. You get, I don't know, diabetes. Something worse happens, and then they treat those the same way. Instead of going to the root of the problem and actually trying to become healthy, they mask all those symptoms again, and they keep you going for a little while. And then something even worse happens. You have a heart attack. You get cancer. It's like you're not allowing the natural process of your body to heal itself. Your body can heal itself. It doesn't really need, drugs. And if anything, in the long run, that just makes things worse. And you see it. It's the same thing as the economy. It's the same thing. They keep masking the problems. More and more debt. More and more lies. It's just the sort of the way that the modern system is working. I don't know. It just, from my perspective, anyways. I mean, there have been a lot of advances, and I'm talking on technology right now. I'm using it, but I mean, I don't know if does anybody else see that it just seems like, in a lot of ways, it's just not helping us. Thanks.